Hi there, it's Shell, and I have finished my coffee journal. So I went ahead and again, this is a Reader's Digest cover, and then I went ahead and collaged a TLC Creates Vintage graphic as well. This one is also so graphic, some lace, a little bit of a doily, and then I covered the spine with this material that I thought was really kind of resembled coffee to me. And then for the edges I just put some rickrack, and this is a 2.5-inch spine. This one has 3 signatures in here and over 120 pages. So, and then I just have some seam binding on the side. So let me open that. I want to show you I have a couple of charms here. I have this little, a little coffee cup here, and then this little key. I just thought those would be cute additions. Okay, so we're going to get in here, and I have this little kind of book plate. It says, "And so the story begins." This is also a TLC Creates Vintage graphic, and then the main ones I used in the book itself were from Artie Mays. So I have a little pocket here, and it has this little, this little quart jar in there. So a little pocket, and we'll just kind of flip through it. If you followed along with this little series, then you've seen most of what I've done in here. And what I'll do is at the end of this video, where you can subscribe, be sure and subscribe, give me a thumbs up. You can click on that and you can see everything that in more detail. So I have some coffee dyed ledger paper that folds out. This is an old, I actually took this from a magazine and backed it with coffee dyed paper and sewed around it, and then Artie Mays piece of ephemera there. But throughout I do have some old actual magazine advertisements. I did some stamping. I have a couple of stamps in my stash, so I did do some stamping. Here's some old advertisements, and this one says, "For the dinner of small proportions, it is both pleasant and convenient to serve coffee in the living room. The host can carry the coffee things in on a tray on which everything but the coffee has been arranged in advance." So I pulled some of these from a really old book, Coffee Fruit Cake, and we have 2 of these in every signature. So here's some more coffee dyeing on this beautiful paper, a little bit of stamping, scrapbook paper with the charm, the little coffee cup. And these are my coffee sleeves, like from Starbucks, and I just tore them down and made a little pockets out of them. And these are 2 images. They both have coffee dyed paper on the back for journaling from Artie Mays. So I love that page. Just tons of coffee dyed paper in here. Here is a coffee bag that you get at the grocery store. And then what I did is I had these letters, and so I just went ahead and kind of put them together, and it spells out coffee. So just a little game card pieces. It has letters on it. So there's F, and then the E's. So that spelled out coffee. So I just stuck that in there. And then I decorated each section of the bag. And then I also put in another image from Artie Mays with coffee dyed paper on the back. And I did sew around each of those. I think I mentioned that, but I'm not sure. This is some tracing paper, has a couple of stamping on there. Some coffee dyed, or some stamping on some of the coffee dyed paper. And some of my ink was really strong, so it came through, but I don't think that takes away from anything. I think it looks really nice. And then I put the kind of or the quart jars in the center of the page. I thought that would be really fun. So some more stamping, some notebook paper that's coffee dyed, tracing paper, and then this is the other side of that little bag, and it says, "You make my heart smile," on the on the little decoration. I just thought that would be cute. And also there is a journaling spot in here, and here's another little decoration, collage, coffee dyed paper, coffee dyed scrapbook paper, and then along the edges I cut down a coffee filter and sewed that on with just a little bit of lace that I had cut from a doily. And here's those two sections from the other side. And this is one of my favorites, is it's just 3 little envelopes, and they each one of them have a little journaling card in there. It has a little key and then 2 pieces of ephemera from Artie Mays. I love that little little belly band there. Some more stamping, ledger paper, and that's the end of the first signature. Here's the second signature. And these are Artie Mays. She's on Etsy, and I do have a link below, but she just has beautiful images in this kit. I think it's called Love of Coffee. I think. I'm not sure. Have a ledger paper, some more coffee filter with some lace, and this is another one of the coffee sleeves, and 2 pieces of ephemera in there from Artie Mays. I put some tags together and folded them into a page. Coffee dyed paper, some little pockets from her kit, and these are also from her kit. The 2, this one is coffee mousse, and this one is coffee ice cream. So try to make sure and stick to the theme of coffee. Here is the center of the signature. Plenty of journaling spots in here, which I love. And then this is a cute little bag that I made, and it's a flip out. And it has a place for this little envelope, and then this teeny tiny little library card. And then in here I have another recipe. And there, it's for hot cocoa. Some more. Here's that other side of the tags that I made into a page. Some more stamping, coffee dyed scrapbook paper, some more coffee filter here, some more stamping, ledger paper, and the end of the second signature. And then the third signature, beautiful pages, ledger paper, coffee filter with a little key charm, and stamping this beautiful bag. And in this bag, and both sides of it, I just put a little journal made from coffee dyed paper, and you can take that out and write notes or use it to record your thoughts or whatever. And then I folded up the edge of it and put some more of Artie Mays' ephemera there that was sewn around with coffee dyed paper. And then here I made a belly band, and there's little journaling cards inside each one, and they just pop open like that. And I have Artie Mays, and then this is an actual advertisement from an old magazine. I think it was like in 1954 or something like that. Instant coffee, and then I put coffee dyed paper on both of those. And then our little pages. Coffee for 100 persons, which I thought was cute, and coffee sauce, which is kind of interesting. Some stationery, tracing paper, some stamping, a little pocket with another, this is mincemeat. I don't know. That was the other page of the coffee. And I just went ahead and went around that and stuck that in there. And then the middle, just some tons of paper for journaling. Again, there's over 120 pages front and back. And then here is our last little coffee sleeve, and it just says Delightful Dreams. I made them all like in coffee, you know, kind of refer to coffee. 2 pieces of ephemera. Here's a piece of ephemera from Artie Mays. And in here, this is a coffee filter, and it has a little piece of ephemera in there too. So it's just like an envelope, which is really fun. And I just put both of those in this little pocket. And then here's another one of those notebooks that just has a bunch of coffee dye paper in there. And here is some more stamping, a little coffee mill. And then I put one of TLC Creates Vintage. It's kind of like the book plate that's in the front, and I just wrote my name and when it was created. So I know some people like to put those in their journal. And ledger paper, and then this is the end of the signature. I went in on the inside and the outside with rickrack, and I think it turned out so cute. I love this journal. It's so nice. So if you're interested, then you can head on over to my Etsy shop and check this out. Again, that is Shell Bears Creations, and there will be a link below. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining me as I created this. I had a lot of fun with you guys, so I'm looking forward to our next project. So thanks for watching, and you guys have a wonderful day.